show
Yeah.
people how to update their
Yeah.
machines. But anyway, so I thought that was sort of a sideshow. But here's my other new goodie. This thread. This thread, and there's more than one kind of fusible thread. This one I got happened to be from Superior, but I know
I think Wonderful makes one.
Wonderful makes one as well.
Yeah.
And so does Gouda.
Everybody probably makes it.
No, there's only a few out there.
Okay.
But this is fusible thread. Now they claim you can use it in your bobbin and in the top. And I tried it. Bobbin works beautifully. In the top, it's almost like a dental floss. So if you're going to use it in the top of your machine, you got to put like a 14 needle in there. And Becky doesn't use 14 needles.
I don't know
so
why.
jeans.
14s are the greatest needle ever
Now, I
made.
know you like them, but I don't. So I did not like it in the top, but I'll tell you what I tried it for, is when it was time to do a placement stitch on an applique, I said, hey, maybe I'll use my fusible thread.
Put it on the package, and I
Put
think
this in your bobbin there, Pumpy. Now, I brought you black thread, but we can use white so everybody can see it easier. You all know when I did my month-long binding videos, I was a proponent of gluing my binding.
Now you're
This
gonna
is
say
now my new favorite.
you're gonna.
Yeah. What you're going to do, you got a 1/4 inch foot on there,
There's
right?
Yep.
And you've got the fusible thread just in the bobbin, not in the top. Give us a little overlap, yeah.
You know what the circus stuff?
Well, yeah, and he's not doing binding the way I do it. He's doing the most often done binding, the double fold. But notice I did not press a fold.
Yeah.
That's something you and Brenda taught me. Do not press your folds when you do your binding. We're going to show you the magic of how easy this makes putting the binding on. Whether you're going to machine stitch it or hand stitch it, this technique is super awesome. Okay, watch this. Now pretend he went all the way around and we have it connected here, okay?
Yeah. I mean.
We'll pretend. Now, when I
You go up a little so they can see you.
oh man, I'm terrible at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm on the back side, right? And I'm taking this and I'm folding it over,
Yeah.
right? And then I'm taking my iron.
You're just gonna iron it on. And because it's fusible and it's gonna stick to it. Adding it.
Now what I really love about this is even all the way up to my corners, I have glue. Just because you used a fusible thread. I am literally gluing my binding. It's perfect. Look at Brent.
It's actually a very.
Brent, come on.
I'm impressed. I like it.
And you can sew right through this with a needle and thread if you still want to hand do it.
Yep.
And it will stay on here for a good length of time. It's not like my glue technique.
Yeah.
It's a little fragile.
Yeah.
You know, this is not fragile. It really works. I'm going to show you something
Now,
else.
now you're using the Superior brand.
I am.
Is there? Have you tried the other brands to see if there's a difference in its durability?
I have not.
Okay.
This is the only one I
So
can
if you're
get.
watching this out there and if there's a
Would you
comment,
like to get
comment
some
in the video book.
You want to get some the Wonder Fill?
Oh yeah, I'll get some in.
Because I would have used it, but I didn't want you to bring
I
it
was trying to
in
get
until I
people
knew I liked
I was trying to get people to comment on our video by saying comment below if you've had experience with other types of.
Oh.
That's what
Hey,
they do
don't
on
forget
YouTube.
to hit thumbs up, people.
That's what they do
Now,
on the
here's
ones
what I
watch.
like really, really now. We know Brent did the corner, so we're not going to look at the front too bad, okay? But look how easy it is for me to go all the way up.
And
Look
there's
at
a
how
question, there's,
easy-
steam's not required for this, correct?
No.
It's a heat set fuse?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have problems, I don't use steam for anything. If I thought I was going to have problems, I would just take my Mr. bottle. But you can see, and I'm not using a big iron, otherwise it would be faster. But I'm basically pulling it. Look at this corner. Look at that corner with no effort. So there, look at
That looks really good.
Literally just been gluing, and then you would be either hand sewing it or putting it back on and doing whatever you do. Now, Danny, you had a question about, okay, now you want to take it off.
Yeah, I made a boo-boo. I put the wrong binding on. I gotta redo it.
That's not gonna gum up your iron?
Not this iron.
Are you melting it now it's gonna pull off?
So if you just do it extra long in the mouth?
No, it's not extra long.
Well, because the idea behind Fusible is melting two things together, but now there's nothing for it to melt to.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold.
Nice.
I'm sold.
Feel it, no sticky, no nothing.
That's interesting.
Look at my iron.
Well, make sure you have that kind of iron, Teflon.
Look at my beautiful iron. If you didn't have this kind of iron, you could have put a Teflon sheet over it.
Yeah.
But you literally saw the glue melt away.
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing that I was doing Nebula. And there's a lot of matching in Nebula, as there is in a lot of other places. Funky points or any good design where you get to match all those satin seams up together. And you know, I'll just take my glue gun out, well, not my glue gun, but my little glue, and I match it up that way, right? Watch this. Oh, I think we have scissors. Wait, I gotta cut it. That'll work. Tell me this isn't cool. You might want to change your bobbin, because you're not going to want fusible in the bobbin to show how this works. This is a piece of the fusible thread. It literally looks like dental floss.
It does. Does it taste like dental floss?
I'm not going to eat it.
I took the other story, so my kids
So now I'm trying to line these stripes up absolutely perfect. Now, you all know that even if you pin them, it doesn't always work, because when it feeds through the machine, things happen. When you're trying to line up a specific point in a triangle or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think you got it, goes through the machine, and you don't have it. So what I've been doing is basting first, going, oh, I like it, then sewing it permanently. Well, I could baste it with my fusible thread, like it, then sew my seam. When you iron the fusible, it goes away. But then, because I'm a glue lady, I said, what if I put my fusible thread down there and I use it to line up my stripes? Right like this.
And you don't even need to sew it, you're just gonna...
No, I'm gonna sew it.
No, I'm saying you don't need to baste it first, you can just glue it and then go.
That's a pretty good trick. I like that.
I like that trick.
I like that.
Sew that seam and see how good we did it.
Well, the seam itself probably isn't that good.
I'm sure it is. I'm convinced it
Are you
is.
convinced it is?
I am.
If we say it, it'll be so.
Now, he doesn't have fusible in the bobbin, guys, okay, so I can press it. You don't want to, let's see, oh my God, Brent. You know when I needed this? When I was putting a zipper in the pillow.
Oh, yeah.
It was a striped fabric, and I diddled and I diddled. Look at that, Brent. This is done by Brent. Where are we, Eddie?
Get out. No way. No. I mean,
Where am I? Where am I? Brent did this. Look at that, peeps.
Good job,
Brent did this.
Brent
I
did
love how we
this.
have the bar set so low.
No, but
If
come
Brent
on,
can
did
do
you
it,
see-
anybody can do it.
Did you see how easy it took me to line it up, though?
Oh yeah, no. That's pretty impressive actually, because I know
I'm like, done.
lining stuff up is a pain, but doing that with just
And
putting that
this one,
thread
you're
down.
trying
Yep.
to put a zipper in, too.
Yep.
Guess what? You can put your zipper in, you can baste it with this thread.